You know what? That is weird, though. A
What do
little
you see?
guilt in how the computers don't last that long, I guess. Feeling that I'm the,
Okay.
I'm treating them pretty rough.
Okay.
And and everything else I own, I've had for years and years, and I take really good care of it. But for some reason, my laptops are just, in my head, it's like, oh, I'm on a construction site all the time, or I'm in, the street or something. Even if I'm in a classroom, I'm often in a warehouse or someplace, and so I just don't think in terms of things break, get dirty, whatever. Or I do think that, and I don't think about there's a different experience available to me for my laptop.
So the guilt coming from a thought like I'm treating them too roughly,
Mm-hmm.
treating my computers too roughly.
Yeah,
So
like,
is it true? You're treating them too roughly? Just do a
oh
quick one.
yeah, yeah, I was treating him really roughly.
And can you absolutely know it's true? You're treating them too
Well,
roughly.
when I showed the fixing guy my last laptop, he goes, "God, what did you do to that?"
Okay. So there's some outside
Yeah. So let me answer
confirmation.
that. Yeah, it's true. I'm treating him too
Okay.
roughly.
Love it. So how do you react when you believe this, that you're treating them too roughly, these computers?
I wonder what I have the first thought, like, what's wrong with me that I'm not, these things are expensive. They are, excuse me, thousands of dollars. They're not
Hmm.
like, you can buy a computer for $400 or $500. No, these things are lots of money. So, and I'm not bragging about that. I'm just saying that the, so I'm thinking in my head, it should stand up to that. It should last longer. It should be able to
There's
take
an
it.
interesting, yeah, interesting underlying belief, right?
Right?
It should be
It
bulletproof
should
for
be
two or three thousand
indestructible.
dollars.
Exactly. Right.
Okay. So who would you be without the thought that you're treating your computers too roughly?
Wow. I would be thinking, I am so glad that I can afford to buy computers this often.
Hmm. Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, yeah.
With the thought is the guilt, right? Oh, I'm doing something
Right.
wrong with me. I'm treating them too roughly. And then without the thought, gratitude that you're
Yeah.
able to
But
afford another one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel very grateful that I work in a field that pays well and that, every few years I can buy a new computer.
Yeah. Yeah. So turn it around. I'm treating them too roughly.
I'm treating them just rough enough.
Okay. How's that? How could that be true?
I'm taking them to places where they will get banged up and dirty, and um, and it takes years. I mean, they're out there 4 or 5 days a week for years before they finally have had enough. So I'm doing something right,
Yeah.
you
Like
know.
how long did your last computer last?
7 years.
Holy crap. Do you know, like, that's like way beyond the life expectancy of a
It
computer.
is.
Yeah. I consider a computer 5 years to be like a dinosaur.
Oh, I got this at the beginning of 2016, so that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
So
under.
you're treating him too roughly, is it true? I just gave away my last laptop that I bought, I think 2018, and that's not half as long as yours.
Well, yeah, that's 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay,
this
so that's a
is
different
the
perspective. Thank you for that piece of information.
right,
But I've had
right.
computers before that have lasted longer than that, but I wasn't taking them into the
Wow.
field.
Wow. So
Oh.
from what I'm hearing, according to my scale, which may be off as well, you're like the amazing person who can make the computer last forever. It's all
Well, the F
relative.
key didn't work.
Right. Right. At least my F key worked. I'll have to send you a hot email. All right. So I'm not treating them too roughly.
Okay, I'm not actually. I'm doing a pretty good job now. Just one little piece of
Kind of impressed.
information changes everything, doesn't it? Oh,
Yeah. 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 Now turn it around to yourself.
I'm treating myself too roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm expecting more out of myself than I am out of a computer, and I'm getting more out of the computer than I am out of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I just feel a whole different kind of appreciation. And suddenly this blame is not laying on me anymore.
Yeah. That's the one you've been treating too roughly is yourself
Yeah.
over this computer thing, right? But
Yeah, it's funny because like stuff that I have lasts a really long time. I just was expecting, in my head, what was I thinking, 20 years or something? I don't
right.
know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I figure tools are meant to be used. Like when uh, I had a really nice professional photographer of camera that I just would beat the heck out of out in the world, and it had scratches on it and bumps and everything like that. But it still worked great, and eventually it gave up the ghost. But I feel like it was well worth the time, and
Yeah.
it lasted a long time. But it doesn't last forever.
No, and that gives me a new appreciation for my last laptop. It was a trooper, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Right.
And it didn't even have the bulletproof
No.
vest or whatever it is that you bought for this one.
It's like, what have you been doing with that thing? Breaking coconuts.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to have a redo of this one in about 30 years when this computer finally breaks down.
That'll be good. And I'll be 100 years old.
And there you go. Yeah, maybe the computer with AI will be doing the work on you, not lasting long enough.
Right.
It didn't take care of its owner long
That's
enough.
right. Oh, that's too funny.
Anyway, well, thank you for your
Oh,
work. Really relatable and much appreciated.
thank you.
Thank you.
That I love this. I always love this. Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. It is. Questioning thoughts. Who says it has to be serious? It can be a lot of fun.
I agree. And they don't have to be big thoughts either.
No,
The little
they're
thoughts are
just
the
as
ones that
stressful.
transform me the most.
Yeah, yeah. There's no pressure to have a big breakthrough on this particular thought, but you can feel the difference internally, and that is what it's all about.
Yeah.
So.